tryna go to the stars. She been off drugs all day. She think that she landed in Mars. Got hella.
How do you feel about finding yourself in college along with finding someone to be with in college? Because I tell people all the time, you know, our generation is definitely kind of messed up because, you know, a lot of people are like, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? But when you think about it, you know, when you're in college, that's probably the most vulnerable state in your life because you really don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people on this campus can't go say they can go buy 2 new cars and a house tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or they have the best credit score in the world. So I really think it's a time in our life for where we could be vulnerable and say, hey, you know, I really don't have nothing. You don't have nothing, but we're working towards something. So let's value each other's time and respect each other's energy as well. So what do you say about that, about finding someone in college, along with finding yourself too?
I mean, you know, coming to A&T, we have the Aggie love story. Come here to the school, you get the Aggie love story, live happily ever after. I personally feel like it's a fairy tale. Okay, not even just because of college culture, but just because, like you said, everybody's mental's not on the same place, and a lot of people come here for different things. Me myself, I didn't come to college looking for no love. I didn't come here for that. I really came to college. I didn't even come to college for education, honestly. I'm telling you, I came to college to find out who I am and to do it for my grandmother. My grandma wanted my degree, and that slowly turned into me wanting it. I've met a couple people here that have shown me, and I don't regret them, just because they've shown me what I don't want. They've shown me and they've also shown me the problems that I need to fix before I even think about a relationship. Love at this school is possible, but I don't think I'm gonna find it here.
So what does your future husband tell? How will he act towards you?
Oh my God.
The type of person he'll be like, you know, not even like his physical features, but what is his characteristics? What do you want for yourself in a future husband? Nothing dealing with materialistic things.
I won't say a joke.
Okay.
I can't say okay.
Right, no. You can't. No.
Y'all don't even know. Y'all not in the club. Y'all don't got no wristband. It's okay. I want somebody who can understand me even when I'm quiet. When I have nothing to say. They know exactly what I'm thinking, what I want to say.
That's deep.
That's what I want. They don't have to have specific, because everybody's different. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to have exactly what you're looking for. But if I could prefer something, I would love somebody who is hilarious like me, got a sense of humor. I want somebody who is patient, because I could be a lot to deal with. I want somebody who matches my mentality and can teach me different aspects of life. That is something that's very big, because I'm a very stability person. I will live in one place for the rest of my life and not see the world, and I'll be okay with that. I want somebody that can take me out of my comfort zone and make me try new things and new places. I want a family man. That is very big. Because I'm not close to my family, I want a family person. That's very, very big. Those are some of the things I want. And he has to be a Christian, a godly man.
No God. Believe in God, God-fearing man. 50-50? You believe in it?
No.
No. And tell them why.
I don't believe in 50-50. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I do not believe in 50-50 because truly, I feel like for a woman and man, nothing is truly 50-50, because y'all could be going 50-50 on the bills and everything, but when it comes to the children, you may not be going 50-50. Your wife might be taking care of everything, or you come home, chill, relax, don't clean up the house. Your wife come home from working the same hours you did, she clean up the house, or vice versa, because the man can do it as well. We in a generation where this can happen. The man can come home and do everything, the woman do nothing. I feel that in 50-50, a man would never truly get the respect he deserves, because you're not taking care of me. I'm doing just as much as you. So why would I let you lead me when I could do the same thing plus more? Right. So that's why I feel I do not believe in 50-50 or nor want 50-50. Now I can do it, but it has to truly be 50-50 down the middle.
Yeah. And it's so crazy you said that, because I had a conversation with, it was me, my uncle, my older cousin, and my auntie. We was all sitting back on the back porch this summer, and my uncle was telling me that he was just like, as a man, you can't expect a woman to follow after you. If he talking about, you know, you're a leader, you're a provider of the household, if you splitting everything 50-50 down the middle, because basically she putting up her half. So it ain't no reason to follow after you or submit to you or listen to what you say. So when he said, I already knew that because that's the way I was raised. But when he said it, it was like even more of a crystal clear thing. So not even besides the 50-50 fact, but in relationships, do you feel like the guy has to like the girl more, or the girl has to like the guy more for it to work?
The guy has to like the girl more.
Why?
Because in my experience, when a girl likes the guy more, he gets bored. He don't want her no more. He like I feel like it's a mental thing of, okay, I got her, so I don't want her anymore.
It's like the conquer thing.
Yes.
But see, I feel this the other way around, because I've seen in my experiences, in my experiences, and I've seen other people's experience too. I believe when a woman likes a man more, she shows more fight, because versus a dude that she really doesn't like, oh, you can go ahead and go, it ain't no nothing. But then when a dude that she really like, no, we can work it out, we can make it work, da 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 da. Even stay around in a toxic situation because she like him a little more than probably he like her, and he probably know that in the back of his mind, because as a dude, you know your feelings towards a certain woman in your life, so you know, like, yeah, she definitely. She going there for me. When on the other hand, you may be like, I like her, but probably not as much as she like me. So I think that we should all be able to, you like me 100%, I like you 100%, and it should work like that. But I just don't think it's just gonna be that way in our generation, because I believe a lot of people have been hurt before, and when you get hurt, heartbreaking is a heartbreak is probably one of the worst things that you can experience. It's an old saying, people die from heartbreak. Because I know how it feels when they say your heart is hurting. Like, I really know what that feels like. So I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to experience certain things, so they suppress emotions, or they run away from things that may feel good. Because believe it or not, a lot of people feel like they don't deserve good things in life. And that's based off a certain way that people have treated them in the past, or what somebody is treating them like now in that situation. But then again, that comes from you having to learn your self-worth and your value to yourself and to the world too.
And another thing about that, people don't know how to heal.
That's true.
People do not know how to heal in this generation.
That's true.
And I feel like it's because it stems from our parents, because they never give us the tools to learn how to heal. So a lot of people don't know how to. They just eat the emotions and move on, and then blow up later. And that's a major problem.
Why? I've heard a lot of people say, why do you feel like people don't like to be alone? Because, I tell people all the time, sometimes you have to isolate yourself to grow and to really understand who you are as a person. Because don't get me wrong, growth is definitely uncomfortable, and it's not the easiest thing to jump to or grasp on. But I've just heard a lot of people, like recently, I know some friends that be like, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through the isolation period. I don't want to be alone. And I've come to learn, obviously in the Bible, if you're a follower of Christ, Jesus made humans to love. He didn't make any of us to really be alone. Because they even say Jesus, he took time to pray by himself in the mountains and stuff like that. But he also came back to the community to have people pray for him and to pray for others. But why don't you think people like to be alone? Why is that a terrible thing?
I feel like if you don't like to be alone, you do have some sort of abandonment issue. And when a person with abandonment, and I'm saying this because I am one of those people, I don't like to be alone. I do now, but growing up, you have people. A lot of people walk out of your life. A lot of prominent people. So when you get around a lot of people, it's like, okay, don't leave me, because if you leave me, I'm not used to people coming back. So you might abandon me. So I don't want to be alone. Why do I want to be alone? When you could just stay right here. I could work with my problems with you. But we never, like you said, we don't grow that way. We don't get nowhere until we can actually sit with our problems. If you can't sit with your problems, then you can't heal.
And so you that's probably why people hold on to toxic relationships, right?
Absolutely. And then there's another thing. I forgot what it's called. What is it called when two people oh my goodness, when two people go through something traumatic and they cling to each other?
Trauma bonding. Yeah,
that's another thing. Trauma bonding. Yeah. You can go through something. I go through a similar situation. Now we talking about it. Now we ain't left each other alone for 3 years just because we can't understand how each other feel. That's crazy.
And a lot of people feel like that's oh my God, you go through something, I've gone through something, let's lean on each other. And then you don't even realize, like, damn, we trauma bonding. We not even really getting to know each other. We just telling each other about our past traumas and our experiences about what makes us the person that we are today. But that's not really growing and evolving too. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like too, one of the reasons the way I am, why I am, because after I broke up, well, I don't say, after me and my ex-girlfriend broke up before I came to college, like, I spent a lot of time by myself. Like, I went to work every day, I came home, exercised, came back, took a shower, watched YouTube, read books, you know. On Tuesday, on my off day, I would Uber to this Mexican restaurant and just sit by myself and eat. Because I feel like that's one of the things I'm really trying to get out of, is like not really needing anybody. Because I really can like be by myself. Like, I don't really need to necessarily be around a whole group of people or call 15 people a day to like really need a certain type of like grasp or not even validation. But I'm trying to get out of that thing about myself, like, oh yeah, I don't need you. Because don't get me wrong, I definitely value like friends and family for sure. But it's like, I know I do have that type of complex. Like, if anything go left, I'll be okay. You know, and I feel like a lot of people, they might be like, no, that's bad. You know, you should, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like I don't value friends or family at all, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. But I just know in my heart of hearts, like, I could really be alone. Like, you know, like really, I could wake up, go to class, go to work, go to the gym, do my stuff for the podcast, come home, play the game, pray, go to sleep every day.
And not see nobody.
I don't have to go to no party. I don't really have to be in the mix per se. And I would hang out with my friends, of course, but then again, it wouldn't be like a every hour. Oh, what you doing? Where you at? Where you at? What you doing? Where you at? Da, 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 da. So I really am trying to get out of that thing, because like I've always been like a, you know, it's bigger than me. We a group. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mason, me and my homeboys, like our group back home. It's like, you know, it ain't always about, you know, me and what I want to do. It's about, you know, what the group want to do, what's best for the group. But I've also had to kind of check myself in a way too. Like, nah, man, you can't be like that. Like, it has to, like, you know, you need people. Everybody needs somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know that too. But I just think like during that period of time in my life, like I really learned how to just be alone and like be by myself. I could sit with myself, and I feel like a lot of people can't. Like, a lot of people can't sit with themselves. They can't be alone with themselves for too long. If they are alone, it's only for a couple hours. Then they're ready to call somebody or FaceTime somebody they really don't have no business doing. Then that's when people go do things like smoke the pain away. They go drink the pain away. They go surround themselves with certain people at parties, and then when the party's over, they still looking for extra things to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you ever met a type of person, they be at every party, they be at every event, and they always trying to find the next move. It'd be 4 o'clock in the morning to talk about what we doing next. They can't be alone. Everybody's going home now. What are you talking about, the next move? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody's going home.
For real.
Oh my goodness. We're going to let y'all in. You remember using the car with that dude? And then he was like, where we going now? And you wanted to go home?
Yeah.
And he was like, we going home.
Yeah, we going home.
That was so hilarious. Bro.
We going home. We going home. Yes. And that's what I'm saying too. I feel like a lot of people in our generation, like, they can't be alone. Or and a lot of them, they don't want to be alone. And some of them, that stems from, you know, being an only child, you know, being homesick. So it's, you know, you trying to grasp on something that reminds you of home, you know, a certain friend, a certain person. You know, I just never wanted to be too codependent on anybody, really, besides my family, or really just be a burden. You know what I'm saying? Because I just never want to, I don't want anybody around me to feel like, oh, here come Cody again, or da 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 da. You know, sometimes every time somebody see me, I don't want somebody to be like, you always outside. Dang, boy, you be at every party. Nah, I can't have that type of label on me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just feel like I just really, you know, getting closer to God, getting aligned with Him, you know, really staying to myself and wanting certain, you know, different things for myself. I feel like that's changed the course of my life in the last year and a half. So I think my next question for you, about all the things that's really going on in our generation, why do you feel like it's not even necessarily hard to find love, but hard for people to really trust and accept it, even if it feels good? Because some, you know, people push good things away too, even if it really is meant for them. You know what I'm saying? They run away from it.
Self-sabotage. And sometimes people are burned so bad, they don't want to ever feel that pain again. So I'm gonna do whatever I got to do not to feel that. I don't care if you are good for me, cause you know it's a saying, it's too good to be true. They could be thinking that. They could have that, it's too good to be true. No, or if you meet a new person and you know everybody has their good to them, everybody got their bad to them, and you meet a new person and it's like you finally heal. You meet a new person that's like, they doing all the stuff what's the name used to do. Oh no, I'm backing up. But they're doing all the good stuff what's the name used to do because they're a good person, not because they're trying to trick you like what's the name.
Right. But
because it's too familiar, you get that relationship PTSD, you out. I'm jumping out the boat. And you lost something that's good for you, that's supposed to be for you.
That's real. That's real. And Ayana, I want to thank you for coming on today, being a part of this interview. And the last question I want to ask you before, you know, this ends, you know, if it all ends today, knock on wood, because I definitely want you to live till you're 300 years old, for sure, knock on wood.
Oh, he said it.
It's just a question. But how do you want to be remembered as a person?
I don't want nobody to say, she was the light of the room, because every person that said that about die. Okay? I don't want nobody to say that about me. I'll say the truth. There was good to Ayana, there was bad to Ayana, but one thing you can say about Ayana wasn't nobody but her.
That's
I wasn't
true.
trying to be nobody but her.
That's true.
And I want them to play a montage of me doing good and doing bad.
That's good.
I loved everybody.
That's real. Thank you guys for another episode. Thank you for tuning in. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Love all of y'all. Most importantly, I love you, but most importantly too, so does God. And holla at your boy. We'll see y'all soon.
I hop in the motherfucking coupe, yeah, I'm slamming. I'm telling this hoe that I just wanna fuck, but she look like she don't understand. I climb on the top rope. If I see her up, he gon' get RKO like I'm Randy. I'ma aim at the Glock at his nose, name Jam.